Hello students, we'll start learning with the accounts for not-for-profit concern as it is a compulsory question in your question paper of BK containing question number 6, right? So in what format we will learn this chapter? As we are knowing in the 11th standard, we are already learned how to solve or how to prepare the final accounts for the sole trading concern, and in the 12th standard, as we are already completed final accounts of a partnership firm. Why we are preparing final account? To know exact amount or exact profit earned or a loss bear during a particular year, right? Because all these are the profit organization, the main aim of all these concerns are to earn the profit. But as the here the name itself indicates us not for profit concern, it means this business is established not to earn the profit but to provide the services to the public, to provide the services to the society. So students, as these are to provide the services to the public, it means whatever is the records maintained by this concern or whatever is the books of accounts are maintained under this concerns are different from the trading concern, means the organization which are earning the profit, which are just to start to earn the profit, right? So here we learn how they will find out or how they will keeping their records or how they are maintaining books of accounts, because they are not earning the profit, they are providing the services to the public. So in what steps we will learn this chapter? In a simple way, we will go by step. First we will learn question form, answer form for the accounts of not for profit concern. Then one by one we will learn the detail about the question form, detail about the answer form, then adjustment, right, and the concept in between them. So first we learn what is the question pattern for not for profit concern. As the meaning I already explained, these concerns are open not to earn the profit but to provide the services to the public. So remember students, as they are providing the services, they are not involved in the buying and selling activity of the goods. Since I am specific using the words not involvement of a buying and selling activity of a goods, and the goods we are knowing, goods meaning we are already learned in the 11th standard, so just go through it, right? So first we learn the question pattern of the accounts for not for profit concern. So students, if you are looking at your textbook page number 83, here they are giving you the receipts and payments account, right? As we are already learned the final accounts of partnership firm, we are known what is our question pattern of a final account. They are giving us a trial balance, they are giving us a adjustment, and on that basis we are preparing trading account, profit and loss account, and the balance sheet, right? But here it is not base, it is not earning the profit. So for the question pattern, they will give you the receipts and payment account, right? Here you are seeing it, plus they are giving you the additional information, it means adjustment, and on that basis you have to prepare the income and expenditure account and the balance sheet, right? So students, I think it is clear to you what is the question pattern of a not for profit concern. In the question form, they will give you the receipts and payments account plus adjustment. As in the final account, they are giving you the trial balance plus adjustment. In the answer form, in NPO, not for profit concern, you will prepare income and expenditure account and the balance sheet. As in the final account, you are preparing in the answer form trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So I think question pattern is clear to you. Now students, one by one will go in detail in question form and answer form. As we are see that in the question form you are preparing receipts and payments account. Now why here they are preparing the receipts and payments account? Because the name itself indicates they are open, they are started not to earn the profit, right? So here they are not preparing trial balance. Instead of preparing trial balance, they will prepare what? Cash account, which cash book. And what is the meaning of cash book? This cash book, double column simple cash book, two column cash book, we are already learned the 11th standard in the subsidiary books, right? Remember students? So here as they are not earning the profit, they are not involvement of a regular business activity, buying and selling of a goods. So here they will prepare cash book, and after completing the cash book they are posted it into the respective ledger, and end of the financial period of the cash book and ledger accounts are balanced, and from that basis receipts and payments account are prepared. As the name receipt, it means we are receiving, payment it means we are making the payment, right? So receipts and payment is a real account, right? Why? Because it is based on the cash book. Cash is which account? It is a real account, right? Then credit transactions are not recorded. Why? Because it is based on a cash book. As we are learned in the 11th standard, no credit transactions are recorded in the cash book. So no credit transactions are recorded in the receipts and payments account. It is a summary of a cash and bank transaction for the particular period. All receipts are shown on the debit side of the receipts and payment account, and all payments are recorded in the credit side of a receipts and payment account. As we are knowing, trading account started with the opening stock. Here the uh, receipts and payments account are started with the opening cash and bank balance and closes with the closing cash and bank balance. Clear students? Remember it that receipts and payments account will be start with the opening balance of a cash and bank and closes with the closing balance of cash and bank. Now receive, what is the receipts and payments? Receipt, it means whatever is money received during a particular year, particular period, and payment, whatever is the expenses, whatever is the payment making by us to the outside, it is known as what? Payment. So students, here all receipts are recorded on the debit side, all payments are recorded in the current recorded on the credit side. Remember only up to this, that all receipts are recorded on the debit side, all payments are recorded on the credit side. Students, before to go in detail the format of a receipts and payments account, first we are learn what is the meaning of receipts and what is the meaning of payment, right? These receipts are two types, capital receipts and revenue receipt. What is the meaning of capital? As we are knowing, in the 11th standard we are learn the expenditure part, capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, deferred revenue expenditure, right? So here capital receipt, it means which are non-recurring in nature. It means this income you will not get every time, once in a time, right? After a long period of time you will receive this receipt. It is known as what? Capital receipt, right? It means what? Suppose if you have purchased the furniture, if you have purchased the machinery costing rupees 50 lakhs, you are use it for the 10 to 15 years. After 15 years it is not in a condition to provide you the production, right? So that time you are selling it. It means whatever in money you will receive after selling of these assets is not recurring in nature. It is once in a time. Since I know that it is not a business profit concern, so not involvement of this, but I am just giving you the example. Here the capital receipts examples are special donation for building, sports tournaments, library, life membership fees, sales proceeds from the fixed asset. See, all this you will understand while actual solving the question. Now what is the meaning of revenue receipt? Opposite of a capital receipt. All receipts which are recurring in nature and represent regular flow for income of a concern are known as what? Revenue receipt. It means what? Normally it will received, it is known as what? Revenue receipt. Subscription rent, lockers rent, interest receipt. These are the regular receipts which are you are receiving during the year at so many times, right? So remember students, receipt, if it is revenue, you will transfer it to the income and expenditure, and if it is a capital non-recurring in nature, you will transfer to the balance sheet, right? Now we will learn about the expenditure, capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, deferred revenue. Already we are learning in the 11th standard. Capital, which are non-recurring expenditure, it means this the benefit of which will receive for a long period, right? And this capital expenditure will shown on the asset side of a balance sheet, and their balances are carried forward to the next accounting year. Then revenue expenditure, it means expenditure which are recurring in nature. It means you have so many times you have to spend the money on this expenditure, right? It means if you are making the expenditure, you will enjoy the benefit immediately. Deferred revenue expenditure is actually a revenue expenditure, but it is incurred for receiving the benefit for more than a year. As we are knowing, if you are making the advertisement today's date, it benefits you will receive in continue 2 or 3 years, right? So students, these all are the meaning of receipts and payments, but in deeply you will understood when actual solving of a questions. Next, we will move on to the specimen or the format of a receipts and payments account, which is given in your textbook page number 68. As we have already learned that the receipts and payments account will be start from the opening balance of cash and bank balance, and it will be closes on closing balance of cash and bank balance. In students, there is a mistake or the correction in your textbook, since both the side they are showing in the receipt, but remember debit side it will be receipts and credit side left hand side it will be shown. Make the correction in your textbook. Here you have to write their payments instead of receipts. You have to write the payments, and this whole format is given in your textbook page number 68. Next lecture we will continue with the whole format.